Okay, thank you. Yeah, logo this, yeah, low. Can get no, Coloya Post can happen the office in Nether. Now it's such a solution you come to by Sha. That teacher, she's the same. You're a bush and you're the knee. And a Colola, I put your corner, check your more something, don't you?
So once again, just everyone should, focus on your motivations for listening to this teaching, which is to really sincerely put this into practice, and the purpose or the aim of all this is to achieve the full enlightenment. To benefit all sentient beings. So if you even simply think about this, and the detail about these motivations, you can see there's a lot of work to do, and it's also, if you are become good at this, you'll find it very beneficial.
That is a condition. Then another Rasul try, another said yard. Another Rasul try said the garden, Yempage somebody. Then Jalan Rasul try said him. The man of the comment draw the Cheshire and some said no have no. It is true that that within us or lying within us is there is something which is priceless, but we should recognize that, and so that is what is that is that priceless thing within us is this some degree of this the good heart that we possess towards for other beings. So that is something very 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 precious. We recognize as something very precious. Today, that's so much, not so much. I think Nola Yapo, Sandu, the Chichena, Chinola Yapo. I did Chimachena, Shaja Kanga, the Chi, Yella Peto, Vishan, Rogan, Yella never she Vishan, Rome, the other, Shaja, you social terror.
So if we recognize these priceless things like us are very precious object that we possess, then on the basis of that, that if we can some sort of faith, some sort of conviction in that, and so on the basis of that, then we whatever we choose to do in life, whether it's something, if we choose to engage in Dhamma practice, then of course then that will be also we will find that very effective and extremely beneficial, and also if we just just live in our everyday life, doesn't matter whatever we do. So because of this deep down faith in this in the convictions, in this the value of this good heart, so we would do everything in our everyday actions to prevent harm towards others, and rather we're trying to extend benefit to other beings. So in this way, there is the outcome of whatever we do. So will something very beneficial, become beneficial.
That's something.
Yembe somebody na yella necessary woman they are, you to necessary woman they are. Tony or yella never sit tegmundua. Ligi shy Tony, yella never shot tegmundua. Yeda? La Yembe somebody king in there. Ngi sha ina jela pembe sha jela an nie de nien bi sha ji de da ji me tong ke se le ge na je le ge sha ye tong ne la jela pe tong de ni je yo de ge se nga de che chi chum bo che la de wa nga no de de nga de ni ba zong bo te ji ye ji te nga no ma nyang ba ze ke chum bo nge ne de she de ma se de ne de pan ru de ke chum bo ni ma re che se re ni ma re je o de ne da pa Comba Patona, that Yashus there, two yards in red.
So, like, so is based on this, this very loving thought and this good heart which we within us, which we value and which we recognize within us, then if we, as mentioned before, then everything we actions that we perform, we engage in our life. So all this will become a great beneficial actions. Then the, for example, if the with that. Bearing this, the loving and good heart in our intention or in our mind, then if we communicate with other people with if we saying something, then that would also be what we be saying will be something very pleasing for the other people to listen to hear. And so likewise our bodily actions that we show to others, we create would be also something very pleasing, very very pleasant. So in this way, our life in a way, when we focus, if we always, whatever action we do, if we focus on this good heart within us, then slowly, life become more like a purposeful, something meaningful to us. With that, even if we find it on whatever action we do, so this will gradually, add, even if action that we do is even for a very short period or for the whole day, whatever we do. So this all adds to make the life, to achieve the purpose of the life.
That's something something to happen. That's something to that. Children in the Jempes is somebody and tell you they have one. Somebody will pay out. Then on the sort of the then you bought already.
So we have to appreciate more about this, the benefit of cultivating like a love and cultivating more altruistic mental attitude towards others. So to appreciate that more, we really simply have to put this value into practice, integrating this into our daily actions, and then we should then check and find and then investigate or analyze, how that such action is, the impact of that action on our life, and then if we if you observe, then this action, the consequence of this action, then we will really begin to recognize the benefit and appreciate the value of cultivating love and compassion. How, if we don't focus on cultivating, good heart towards others, this altruistic attitudes towards others, we don't focus on that, then what we would have in the center of our mind is this always very strong self-centeredness, and then we will be always concerned about just our own self, with always deep down always thinking of or worrying about this to the eye, what's going to happen with this eye, and then we're thinking of also then the all in our mind, within our mind. So we all only worrying or stressing ourselves about just for this self. So there is no in this our thought or our attitude. So there is no considerations or the inclusion of any other beings, So therefore, how how if we do not cultivate, if we lack this good heart, so this is how we will be which is very completely self-centered persons.
I, me. All other forget me. I, me here. Other people nothing, me. True knowledge here. Really true knowledge here. I need, that need, then true. True very there. All open, other people thinking. Other people thinking, mind all open. That's something. They thought, I'm not new. You're going to add it. They saw any child send us some to the upper yard. Son of Tennis on the sell Josh Tegre. My son ten to wear. Josh over telling is every young added, and my son ten to Shimbo pay.
So in a way that I'm simply, sharing, my own practice and the focus of my own, my own life, what is important in my own life. So in which, I try as much as possible to trying to open my heart towards others, and trying to as much as possible to trying to close this the door of these selfish mental attitudes. So and by doing this, when you opening your mind, when you widen your minds, and then it's like you're opening to all the happiness and the joy in the life. Whereas you close that to the good hearts towards other, and just if you narrow your attitude simply to this I, then instead of finding happiness, or rather it creates some sort of like a disease, like a neurosis, which then really make you feel like as if like a pain within yourself. So it's good to think along this just these few point that we mentioned here. So you'll find this and also then integrating this into your daily practice. So you will find this very beneficial. So in essence, so our practice then, or the meditation then, boils down to calming or controlling our mind, and so that is why the subject of this on this calm abiding, achieving calm abiding. So it's all about this the controlling the mind also. So once again, just to review what we have already covered in the past. So we need to remember that how there are 6 favorable conditions which you should gather to in order to perceive these the calm abiding meditations. So assuming that, so all of you are familiar with all these those 6 favorable conditions, or the collections of achieving calm abiding, and so then after that is the actual means of achieving calm abidings. So this is elaborated under the topic of like the fivefold, the showing there are 5 folds of the obstacles to achieving calm abiding, and then to as a remedy, then there are 8 antidotes. So in terms of when we of engaging, or of the actually engaging in the meditation practice to achieve calm abiding, then we will find the first obstacle that we will confront is the laziness, which would prevent us from the engaging in the meditation practice. So this is not just meditation, even in any other task we undertake. So the laziness can be the main obstacles. No.
There is that. Ra Shana Gomala, then Leloting Yaboter, Leloting Yaboter, then Tingazala maybe then Teba, then all other Tendi, the Ba, Shejusen, Ella Yabojan, take the party as not taking on the kitchen Rosada.
So, as an antidote to this laziness in achieving or in achieving the calm abiding, then we learned that there are four antidotes. So of the 8 antidotes, so the first 4 are the antidote to this laziness. So which are the faith, which here specifically referring to the faith or the convictions, cultivating faith or conviction in the benefits of achieving calm abiding. And then after that, having cultivated the faith or the conviction, then that give the result, or that give way to then cultivating or generating some like an aspiration, so which is the next. So aspiration, or you to achieve calm abiding, and then which in turn then the leads to the perseverance, which is the third one. And then as an outcome of all this perseverance, one's perseverance is the fourth antidote to laziness, which is the flying sea.
Things go attack because they had so and things that Teva the leg. Singing the Teva the leg, they are destroying the send the leg. God, God, send it. Send it, Lord, that the body where that Tendria, Teva, Teva, send it to sending the button, then the law, Roma Bangalo, is that, and then Shajua Caleta, then you thought you said.
So we've already covered this in the past session. So we learned that really the flying sea, the experience of the flying sea is the actual or the direct antidote to overcoming laziness. So however, when we speak of the flying seas, then it is something that which we do not have at the moment. So therefore, what we have to do initially is to develop or to understanding the benefits of achieving single-pointed like concentrations, and so. And through this understanding, so once if we, when we thoroughly understand that, and not only that, we really believe in this, the benefits of achieving the single-pointed concentration, then due to this, then we would generate the aspirations, and then followed by perseverance, and then as an outcome of this, then we will achieve the flying seas, so which directly overcomes the laziness.
당이제 봐 뉴네 라 이제 봐 뉴네 다 밑에 녀네 밑에 쇼 동아제 봐 단제 봐다 되거든 아주 강원도 살 동아제 봐싱 다 동아제 봐 뒤에 잼바스 잼바치 되지 강원도 사이 봐.
Yeah. So laziness is as an obstacle, which something we face in the early stage of the practice, and then after we overcome that, and then when we commence the actual meditation, then the next obstacle is the obstacle or the fault of the meditation is the forgetting the instructions. So which we also the second fault, or the pitfall, so which is also we already covered in the last sessions. So it's specifically referring to instruction here, referring to the object, focusing object of the meditations. Yes.
밑에 tembi 사연 다다 녜질라 밑에 tembi 사연을 시야데 개반주 된 예바에 된 고고이다 다 예바 선바제 예바 선바 시계니 지 좀 시계니 카와르는 예바 두 시계니 지 주는 예방하냐 예바 선바르와 시계니 다 예바 선 녜네 라 녜제 밑에 tembi 사와라 사가다 시야데 개바셔 때 띵한데 시야이다 나 니바데 다 뒤가 다 녀보서는 다 내마 용가 된 뒤 녀보들 다 녀보긴데 말더니 시자세 된 거래.
And so through focusing on our like a power of our the memory or the remembrance, mindfulness. So we, if in the let's say we manage to recollect the actual object, or ability to find the object, focusing object of the meditations. And so then the next thing, then we start with the meditation by just the holding or just retaining that objects, without or in another word, not forgetting that object in the meditations, without being not allowing any distractions. And then as we do this, with the hold the object with the mindfulness, then the obstacle, that main obstacle that we will face, then is the sinking, mental sinking, and the excitement which will occur in the meditations. So this, when we count the fault of the meditation, this Kamyapating meditation, as 5, then these two, mental sinking and excitement, 2 are counted as 1. But if you want to say 6, then these two can be mental sinking and the excitement can be counted separately.
Is that
So in the last week's session, so we talked about the of the two of the mental sinking and the excitement. We talked about the mental sinkings, so which are two types. There's a coarse mental sinking and the subtle mental sinking, and so it's important to be able to distinguish or discriminate these the subtle, the coarse and the subtle type of mental sinkings.
다 되면 뭐들 다 신하도 개바 세다들 내가 된걸 하셔 이거래 다 개바들 다 개바생 가르스 다 상태도 내가 신하도 계속 조사 다 개바생 가르스 대입니다.
So now we continue with the talk on the discussion on the next is the excitement. As we already finished with the mental thinking.
다 개바세 개바걸 다시 주는데 다 그때 걸 좀 먹어야지 개바제 가르제 다 차표가 차도스래 차표 예스래라 차표쇼 또 말해 얘들 다 가르는 데베야 대샤게야 진짜 초아라 제 셰피 예드비 참아 제 변화시 됐다 개바세는 다 데베 영어라미고 개바세도 차바에다 차베도 영어라미고라 영어라면에 다 영어 넘바치세는 차베 영어라 이제 넘바치세라다 너 개바세가 레즈 차비쇼도 말해.
So if you refer to the commentary, then there is a quote from the compendium of knowledge by Sangat, so which gives the some statement or the clear like definitions of the excitements. So just bypassing that formal definition of the excitements. So if we to go a bit detail into this the elements of this of the what is the mental, what is this excitement. So first of all, the excitement is considered as a form of like a attachment, as a mental factor. It is categorized as a form of attachment. So therefore, that object which after which this the excitement follow has to be something is something beautiful, something attractive. So as we go further in the commentary to this text, so we will find more. But so overall, the indication of the occurrence of the excitement is when you've notice in your meditation there is some sort of the experience in your in the experience of your meditation, there's some sort of the image, some sort of very attractive or some sort of pleasant image if that comes in your mind, and that is a kind of a sign of the indication of excitement. So as we just said before, the object of the excitement as excitement as a form of attachment. So the object is something beautiful one, and not only that, even when it comes to that object comes to your mind, then it gives this the image, like very beautiful image in your mind, which kind of as if it's something present, something appearing in your mind. So just as how after you've been to a really very very exciting, very the enjoyable show, then when you come back, even after after the show, you can see as if that you can see that you still remember and that the whole show in your mind. It's like as if it's still going on. It will continue. Yes.
가서나 가서지 때문에 야부 스타일 배 예동화 야부 때문에 차를 들을 때는 상제 요네 로 대쇼 반 로그니가 로 내가 근데 이게는 있어 로마 바나스 이제 단대고 날아가는데 거기서 이게는 저도 산도 진리산이지 이라 개바되게 진짜로 이제 차비에 영어도 잼바시를 세 차비에 영어도 잼바든지 다 생겨 다 나선 대도 다 이나나 더 뭐가 되네 특제서 나도 대래 잼바도 시즌이 가제가 써나데 시간이도 잘 시계니도 자고 야래 써나도 자기다 다 이잖아 해다 개바도 이는 다 거자랑 초아도 개바니 다 쳐봐시가 그봐 개바세가 개바세도 다 거 차피에도 있잖아 라지 차파시래 다 차피셔도래 초아라 다 모용 걸 봐. 제가도 루마테리자. 일단 이게 니가 초아도 다 개판이 제바시거든요. 한번 대셔야 돼.
네. So in fact, so what is described here, what is mentioned here, it's something also we can also verify this in our own life experience. Yeah, like for example, like as just said before, how sometimes even you a day after something, some art performance or something that you seen before, something you really enjoyed very much, how even a day after you can still remember it, you can still see and hear the whole performance in your mind. So so like that, that is the excitement in here in this meditation, in this term excitement, so which is considered as a form of, as I said before, it's a form of attachment, and so the which in Tibetan word is called goba. Excitement is a goba. Now there's another term which comes in this here, which is called choa in Tibetans. So we have to make some difference in sense. So like excitement is a form of attachment. Now when we say choa, which is more like wandering off, which is like if you like a mind wandering, and when you think of that, so mind wandering as some sort of mental state, so which doesn't necessarily have to be form of attachment. In fact, it can be even a virtuous, as a mental factor, can be a virtuous state of mind, or can be a neutral, which is not virtue nor non-virtuous. So in this the commentary, like liberation in the palm of the hand, so it says here explain the difference between these two. the mind wandering and the excitements. So it given example of a mind wanderings as the instance or an example of how when the when your mind is agitated or disturbed by the thought of some like your enemies, somebody really harmed you, cause harm to you. When you think of that, so it get you get distracted by that. So that is an example of a mind wandering or a troa, but it's not a what you call excitement in this context or a goba. And then it says how another example which is given here is how you may during the time of your meditation on calm abidings, then if you had a thought of doing some other practice, like you thought of instead of this maybe I should do a charity, like a giving practice or some practice of moralities. So you some sort of virtuous thought or virtuous action, distracting you in this practice. So in this instance, it can be the excitement, but not kasadish. Nibadi kasage. Geve loki zamba gobare sora.
Karisa.
Geve chawa samna tanda zamba.
Troare.
Troare so.
Troare gevan deja.
La.
Gevan deja.
La. Man ge the mush shaso de. Troa in la goba in la troa mai.
Kar.
Goba in troa mai.
Gevan troa mai kasha. Troa in la gevan mai.
La.
Troa in la gevan mai.
La.
Nyamo nesala tin shesi. Troa le gevan mai.
La. And the
Jumato ala so tin se shegere le troa le ma de gevan mai.
Okay. So in that instant, the thinking of the virtuous actions. So it's also the mind wandering, but it's of course it's not the excitement, because it's not a form of attachment. Loss.
Ta so de ya ma cho ran theng ma ta de de ta ngan de shen la gwa la so je ne kan da me de kan da de lo ye de sha je ko je je nen de ge ya ra de da se ne ne ro se ga ta ne cha de sa chang ngo ne ta dang se ga ro min de ge ya ra de ngan de shen ne go ge pe na so je kan da la me shen ya ji ga so je shen ne go mi te ga so ye kan da
So just take into account of the image of a Buddha as a object of your meditations to achieve calm abidings, and so when you engage in meditation, so your mind should be focusing on that objects, on the object of the image of the Buddha, and so the really to the what you want to see in your meditation is both the clarity of that image in your mind, and as well as the stability, that is to being able to the focus being firm in that on that objects.
That's it. I remember la teaching near there. So Lord, Shiro, Young number shiny, Lord teaching Jogata, gave us a letter. They did 10 days. So Shanella teaching me by Delta Ness one, Delta Party Jess one.
And during this course of your meditation, so if there's something, if your mind wander off, leave the object but wander off to some object, like something like an attractive object, then that is clear sign that the occurrence of excitement in your meditations.
So me by the Russian go me the Koreabu, that nigger, that you the Mogo, that was a Nesena Chesson, that said, Shana go me by Korea, never do a Tepachi Chesson. Delta, try them at the Gabon Mare, and control and try the Gabon Mare, and country only, and me by the Nemaswan, the Apache restaurant.
And then, but then you can also lose the focus of your focus on this object in the meditations. If some thought of like you are some person that you dislike or you hate, if that thought arise, then again you lose the focus, and so in that instance, like you lose the stability of the just as before, like in the before, because of some pleasant objects, some beautiful object which takes, due to that you lose the focus, and now in here now you lose the stability, lose the focus because of this unpleasant object, the thought of the unpleasant objects, and so in this instance, so it is what we call as the cause of the losing object is the trauma, which is the mind wandering, but it's not called as the excitement or goba.
And so the gay try the so Jeanette me that Hagada take the Abu, that net Geshela, Dunga Lantone Telichin, Geshe Doga. There may be no banation hotel, Shambana Shedeke, Tion, then tried it. Get by a mother, then tried it. Got it, Sana. Tigata, so the teacher, Shenegobala, maybe what says never Tipachi Shagun, Shadow Shamani, the Apo, then is that then tried it. That's on their game tried, tell you what it is.
So you may also experience the distractions or lose the focus of your concentrations. Because of thinking of something like a virtuous state of mind, other virtuous state of mind, such as you thinking of some the difficulty or the suffering of some other beings. You remembering that person, and then you may feel compassions, feel empathy towards that person. And or thinking of some other like a very destitute other people, then you think of the you feel love towards that. So when you feel in the while on the concentration, single pointed concentration on that, if you start to generate any other form of mind, even a virtuous form of mind such as compassion or love, so you you lose the objects. So in this instant again, if it is you lose because of the virtue state of mind, so it is called as the cause is called as the trauma, which is the like a mind wandering, but it's not still not really the gopa or the excitement.
That's on that in Shenega, take it by Nebalada and try the she getting Toget in Kayungu, Toget in Kayungu, Geba Conrad, Geba Conrad, I thought you Geba Joad, Jessica, Tateshi, no, Garjana Gebati and tried sharing over the other, their carrier, so chat,
so as we have noted here that we can lose the both the excitement as well as the mind wandering can be can arise and can be obstacles to one's development of concentrations. So then there is a question. Then why these in the text they only mention of the excitement, but not the trauma or the mind wandering.
She channels control the Chinese, there's control jet to do. The child did ring is a two no station. Try new Chinese, so much of it. Jet to right, jet to do it, and try to do it. No, Jesus, no, just the child yellow, try change it. It doesn't mean it. No G. Ra Naja Jada, Deja Jayella, Troa Che, Moy Shuni sauce. Shella, so Zete, Gepa Conas is, Unity. Deja Shella, don't cover it. Nojin, didn't Nojin others called Sheshiana Red, the teacher is, and then you can tell the apple pen, doing anything, the Kelton down and there. Game Bibi, the shadow, yell and try new dance. Then two last. Naja Jada, Deja, Yella, Troche, na, Moy shoe sauce. Try more than call more children and more sauce. Shella, so Zete, Gaba, Conasuba in North, said that you came on to Gaba Conasuba with a jet, there's some other they shot another go job, the shooting and there is. Send you like Java to say, Sarah, she was here, yeah.
So why only the excitement is mentioned here as the fault of meditation? So it's clearly explained in the liberation in the palm of hand. So basically, the text explains that that overall the cause of when we engage in for the single-pointed meditations, single-pointed concentration, the cause of the distraction is overall is not the virtuous state of mind, nor the like the arising of like anger or a hatred kind of mind. So in fact, it's saying that in terms of the these like a virtues or this such a the mind of like a anger or hatred, the serving as a cause of distractions from distracting one's single-pointed meditation concentration. So it's saying that even in terms of the number of times, so it's a very small, as well as in terms of the durations, length of period it can affect is also very small. So so this now, then it says that however when you think of the attachment, then in terms of the number, then all the durations. So in both instances, so the attachment is the self is the main cause of the to disturbing or distracting one the single pointed concentrations. So so as we even how in terms of the duration, how even normally how when we experience hatred, even though it can be very at a time it can be very forceful and very the feeling can be a very overwhelming, but however it's not that like a long lastings. So it's very different. Whereas the effect, the way the attachment can harm us, it can be not only is very easy to arise in our mind, but also once it's arise, it will stay there for long, and then also it's much harder to overcome it. So therefore, from the point of view of how the fact that attachment can be easily arise in the mind, and also how it is difficult to get rid of. So from those point of view, that then the excitement, which is as I said before, which is a form of attachment. So it's only specified here as the follow-up meditations.
Geba rapa se de geba rapa se ka de mete yene pa shoni yo jis lo ban ro yung da ta tel geba rapa ta mete lo mete me je lo sa ji on yo shon fan do ke jin lo yung da mete de lo sa ji ni on je de yo shon fan ro den ke de geba chamo de sa. So it's good to note here that when we are engaged in meditation to cultivate a single-pointed concentration, then it becomes very important to stick to that the same object of the meditation, same focus. We should strict mind focusing on the same objects. So which means that even instead of that, even if you think of the virtuous state of mind, can be also then can be a cause of distraction, can be or become obstacles to cultivating this single-pointed concentrations. So now it explains here the excitement in terms of the coarse excitement and the subtle excitements. So the coarse excitements arise when we lose the focus of the mind, like the completely losing the focus. If you
the due to certain like thought of certain other due to any other like mental distractions of some other objects, like usually like something attractive or beautiful objects. So if you completely lose the object, so that's the indication of the coarse form of excitement. And whereas if you but don't lose completely, but however, if you lose the part of your focus, then that implies the subtle form of excitement. So the main antidote to overcome the fault of this excitement, so is applying the introspections. Yeah. So, which in fact it says in the text that the introspections, we have to apply the introspections, which is a sheshin in Tibetan. But even though it is introspection itself is not necessarily the direct or the actual antidote, but rather it's a bit like the part of the remedy to overcoming these excitements. So here it gives, to explain this, it gives an analogy of how in a war, how in order to know the enemy's movement, so you need to send like a spy, so which is the compared here to like the application of introspections.
That is a champion. That me pass journey. Then me pass ne child such a young there's a dagger. Then car. Tombo Jean, no sugar. Then do the Madutini, Chara Shana, Tinishara Shak gives the Shak goddess. Shara is the son Teto, the Moya. Then Matena share, just the road, then just then chat on me para share is and let it share on my John ticket change.
So we need to really need to apply the introspections, or sometimes it's called as alertness. But then we only need to apply when it's really necessary, and because if you apply and then if you keep continuously applying that, then it may become like a over. You may face the fault of like a over applications. And this can be a obstacle, become an obstacle to the concentrations. So So there's a fault errors if you unnecessarily or over applying the introspections. But at the same time, there's a fault if you don't apply the introspection at all, which then here in the text they use an example. If you don't apply the application introspection at all, then they need to be like some thief, stealing, stealing one's wealth, running away with one's wealth. So therefore, what we have to look here is to, like as in meditation, first of all, one with the mindfulness, with a good mindfulness. So you keep the you direct the focus on the mental focus on the objects, and in doing this, as we maintaining this mindfulness, so also to at the same time to ensuring that there is a good stability and the clarity, in one's concentration, within the concentrations. And so therefore, in order to check as a way to monitor or as to see how it is going to discriminate this, whether the meditation is whether there is a good or the stability and the clarity there or not. So this is where you have to apply the introspections. Yes.
ma te marto te za siga te ci ta dong ne no te se ma te ze ma le te ze an to de te ni ge ri ge le ta shi ji ri ge ta te se de a to de ma shi te de to ni ge ba she ta shi te marto te para te ni ya te ni da de na te temba la so ala che shera esa de ta ida a te ni re ta de ma don dong de ya.
So the meditator need to very carefully observe the practice meditations, and so with the applications of introspections, then through which so one is fully remain very alert, very vigilant, and so therefore one will be able to know the performance, or able to measure the performance of the meditations. So where one need to measure is one wants to ensure that the meditation you are experiencing or is not like where there's not too much excitement, where you arise when your mind is like it says too uplifted, so and then you need to bring it down, bring the height or the degree of the excitement, bring the mind down, and as if like a loosening the mode of apprehension, or the way with the mindfulness holds the objects. you hold the object, so you loosen it up. But then also, if you lose too much, then again it will give rise to like the sinking. Mind will go sinking down, and with the sometimes there is a term used quite often in this the text in which is Tibetan. It's called shumba, so which normally is like a discouragement, like a discourage. But in here, in more sense, discouragement in sense more like a deep meaning of the discouragement. On a deeper level, mental state, there's some sort of discouragement in the sense of really sinking, really causing something like a very low mental spirit. So when you note that, so again, is an issue of how one do it. What one need to do is really depends on how well one is adept to applying the introspections. So with the introspection, if you note that, yes, if you don't tightening the mind up a bit, then you can see there is the jingwa, which is sinking is not far away. It's just very close to enter into one's meditations. So therefore, one's trying to tightening up, so in this way, what is important is the experience of the meditator practice in meditations to decide the application of all these antidotes.
동보 맞은 이거 접포 건대 아세는 되는 걸라신데 포와야 되나 말아 강대 다 강대 이제는 라비 주거라 동보 주거라 다파 천로므로 다가 천로므로 미 다가 천로만나 미 들처럼 인도라 다 시절 배 대자 말이야 지나 라비 주야 라비가 동보 걸라신 주야데 미발라 제치 내봐 대자 동보 주야 대가 되네 야라 시라 나도 대봐 그래서 나자에 마 동보 주야이다 나자 대봐제 다 본로 먼저 시야제 다 시적 되는 수가 다 설로운데 뭐데 미가도 땅도가 얘는 자 시절에 다 제대로 만들 던졌다 발자 단다 되는 저걸 되는 포바지라다 내가 먼저 거든 걸라세 저 거의 그냥 걸라세 걸 라피 주가래 동보 주가라 맞아 그 동보대 그말 동보 주가래 얘는 그 고대 있잖아 선로 먼저 본로 근데 뭐데 야 걸라세 완전 먼저 천천히 보나 저거 뭔데 뭐데 근데 미기 딱 거라 근데 미기 땅게 되라 본데 미기 땅게 티지래 라 재미가 되네 제제도 전에 미발을 전부 내용이다 이다 다 내내 되고 다 제시가 쇼는 돼 제바도 시제가定下 쇼는 돼 그러봐 재미가 미발제 제도 요 아마이제 생나도 나자 대마도 동보지고 해봐 많이 봐줘 많이 요안 내발제다 동보지와다 나자에 봐제 에네 마촌로버 다다 시역 샤라시거든요 시제가 되자 미반내가 되면 다 되는 이제 되는 이제다现在高中了学生了在生对吧嘛的那在大你学没把学给是真的他没把这学给了学给就十八没把学给现对吧没给学给就十八没把学给现他学给这些学嘛学习的大你觉得没把学给啥在那我拉是的这同胞就高的的没有马蛋着我们的没有大个的没马蛋搞我们的的呢呀同胞来定下这条不然就搞了没办那条再见那的我搞下来嘛见了我搞用嘛是吧 다 배대노진 되는 포와 지자신데 되는 당연. 저기 당신은 말래래 되지. 시간이 새도서지. 이게 새 타다 그거 디자인 아가 지래그래 산다.
So the important thing is for the meditator is to knowing the properly applying this mindfulness and the introspections in order to maintain the concentration, the perfect the single-pointed concentrations. So just as in these texts, so there's analogies. They're using analogies to explain that. So so like that. So if you could also think the analogy of, like, suppose if you have to carry a glass completely full of water, then to carry that water without spilling any drop, so obviously you have to hold the glass with your hand, and so this is bit holding the glass, so which is like actually the application of mindfulness, which is a tool which help one to keep the focus, keep the attentions on the objects. So help one to hold maintain the apprehension of the objects in the meditations. And then you also want to if you don't hold firm enough, you might lose the glass from your hand. So you have to hold it tight enough, tight enough. So which is what says the meditation, if it is not tight enough, then the sinking will arise, so like that. So the tight enough will provide, because producing the result of what we talked about that in the last session, what we call as the intensity or the sharpness of the clarity of the objects, and then as you carry this water, glass full of water, so to prevent any spilling, so you also, your eyes also have to be watching, or you have to be fixed watching, that you making sure it's not shaking, your hand is not shaking. So which is really the role of the introspections, that is what it is doing in the meditations, to always remain vigilant about the attack or the coming in of this the excitement or mental sinkings. So we'll be able to know, even with the right application of the introspections, so we'll be able to prevent any such fault of excitement and the sinking, which means you'll be able to meditator will be able to know even before the fault arise, and so therefore able to such as we just mentioned before, to be the prevent by by simply either tightening up the mental focus or losing the mental focus. So making sure it is you'll be able to, like you carrying the water very safely without spilling, so you'll be able to ensure this the single pointed, the mind is the single-pointedly focus on the object and not being not under any influence of any meditation fault loss. Okay. So the fault or the pitfalls of the meditation is the not applying the antidote. So that is the occurs, that happens when if you even if after recognizing that there's a risk or there's a danger or of this arising of thinking or excitement in the meditations. But however, if you after noticing that, if you don't apply the antidote, then this will call as the not applying the antidotes. So therefore, it's depending on the type of the fault of, like whether the fault of the thinking or the mental excitement, whether is also is whether it's a coarse one or the subtle one. So whatever it is, so as soon as one recognize that or the aware of that through introspections, then it becomes one have to apply the antidote to it. No. Yeah. So we finish this today's teaching here. So if some people could bring the tea in.